Right, let's see if it works. Let's see if it's working. Let's see if it's working. Right? We might have some success. We might have some success here. Let's look and see what is going on the YouTube. You know, I'm sitting and trying to figure this out. I could just as easily go and watch a video, but I didn't. And so we're here now. Oh, wait, am I already here? Wait, I'm confused. I'm confused. I'm confused. Start. Go. Wait. Sorry, y'all. Wait. Damn minute. Wait a minute. Okay. Oh, it's working. It's working. Oh my gosh, y'all. If y'all just knew how long it has taken me to figure that the fuck out, yo. Great. All right, so let me check everything else. So yeah, I was on here because I'm just trying to test everything, but we can always talk about some things, you know? But let me see. Okay, so everything is on, right? Wait. Which ones do I really want to make sure? Okay, so I want to make sure this is working. Let's make sure this is working. Wait, are you gonna open? Are you gonna open? Yes. No, why is it saying that? How do you erase that? All right, so okay, so oh, there we go. Done. Duh. Okay. Just updating the subcode. Let's talk about Tory Lane's bitch ass. And who else do we want to talk about? Let's just talk about Tory Lanez. That's it. And really on here. Just want to make sure. Oh, you know what? We're gonna talk about Tory Lanez, and we're gonna watch Get Your Life, Tamar Braxton. Sorry, y'all. But I almost have it all set up. I'm so happy it worked. It worked. Again, like I said, I know I could have watched a tutorial and been done but I didn't. Update that one. This is so cool. Let's update this one. Update that. So, wait, but if the YouTube is working, what is the problem? Alright, so everything is updated, but what is going on here? Let's be edited here. Alright, so that worked. Alright, so let's see. So I see it in YouTube. Now I see it in Facebook. Let's refresh that. See let's see if it's in Facebook. Now let's see if I see it in Periscope. Let's see what it says in the Periscope dashboard. It says everything is online. Oh, okay, I see it there. I already see that one. And this one I didn't see. I already see that one. And this one I didn't see. Everything is working. I'm so super excited. All right, so I actually really just got on to test everything, but I decided that I'll go ahead and talk about some things. So while I am live, thank you. Let me mute this. So thank you for coming to my channel, and I'm also streaming to Twitch. So if you're joining, hey y'all. I just wanted to talk about. I think I want to talk about what's his name. Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. So I've not made one single video, I feel like, on YouTube about the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion situation, because it just got so gross so fast that we went from like really having Meg's back and really trying to support her to people just like really trying to find the why. Oh, trying to make Meg the like, aggressor. Like it just got really ugly really fast. And to me, I just hate that type of shit. And it's infuriating. I'm a woman myself, so I've been through things myself. So for me, seeing that shit, like I was pissed. Like I was pissed because why do women always, especially black women, have to overly prove themselves when they say that something is happening or when they say that something has happened? You know what I'm saying? So shit like that pisses me the hell off. Like for real, for real. So yeah, so all right, so this past, what is it, Friday, Tory Lanez came out. Thursday going into Friday, Tory Lanez came out with a new song after he told everybody he was going to address the situation between him and Megan Thee Stallion. He's just a trash ass nigga. That's just all there is to it. Just trash ass nigga. He is a trash ass nigga. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what anybody thinks. That is a trash ass nigga. Anytime somebody can just shoot somebody, know that that person has a good heart, trying to look out, trying to be, keep everything cool, trying to just move on, that would then behind your back go and try to flip the situation. Oh, no, baby. He's disgusting. He's disgusting. And the fact of the matter is, I didn't feel like Meg should have to go through all this trying to prove herself to people, because at the end of the day, Tory has been beating up on females. He's been beating up on females. Like there's all these alleged situations with him that people said that I think what's her name, Selena Powell. You may not like her, but violence against women is violence against women. So that's why I'm just like, why are we again trying to search for evidence for somebody who we have evidence of him even getting into physical altercations with men? You know what I'm saying? Like quick tempered shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't know. If a nigga don't kill you or halfway kill you, or if that doesn't happen, it's like you as a black woman just take it and just move on. Like this shit is crazy. This shit is really, 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 really crazy. Let me see. I'm about to start watching this Tamar Braxton. But women, we got to stop doing what Meg Thee Stallion did. Meg was wrong for not that night telling the police what happened after she had been shot, and after the police came over, and it was clear to the police, she wasn't shot. I still don't get why she wouldn't tell the police that he shot her afterwards. After they get out the car, everything is settled, or even at the hospital. I don't know if I understand the thinking that I don't think I understand the thinking that I thought the doctor was the police. It was like, what? You get what I'm saying? Like, no, that's just you still want to try to protect some trash ass dude. That's how I felt. Like it was just you just wanting to protect some trash ass nigga. Still, that's how it came across. Because, but even that previous situation with you and your ex dude, Meg and her ex dude Karim, even that situation, he you went to jail or you got arrested for protecting him, and he was the aggressor. So at some point in time, it's like, Meg, when are you going to stop trying to save these niggas and put yourself first? You get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, they're not going to respect you more. They're not going to do right by you just because you took an L behind them or you didn't look out for yourself. That doesn't even make sense. So I don't know. I just think that, he needs to be in jail. Like Canada needs to come get their trash. Tory Lanez, you can go right back to Canada. Ain't nobody gonna miss you or any of that shit. You can go take that shit right back there. Because he does come across like he got some mental health issues. I remember when he was on quarantine radio on Instagram. I didn't like that shit. I mean, granted, like I said, I know I'm not their age group, but personally me, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Hold on 1 second. There we go. All right. So personally, me, I didn't I didn't like it at all. We're talking about Tory Lanez. Anyway, so he put out a song to talk about him responding to the accusations and Meg coming out saying he shot her, and then he's just like denying it. And because Meg didn't look out for herself that night, she left the door open for him to do that. So now, if she does not work with the DA in California, then they're not going to pursue the charges for her shooting, because it's like, no, why are we going to do that when you don't want to help? You know, and I actually totally agree. Be a part of the process. Stop talking that shit. But when it comes all time to do it, you don't do that. Nope. You got to be a part of the process. And being a part of the process is going to court and showing up and testifying. There's no stripes. You look like a big dummy letting some nigga shoot you and get away with it. They're like, that's just the most stupidest shit I ever heard in my life. I don't even know niggas on the street who do shit like that. Everybody wants the person who shot them to go to jail. I don't give a fuck if you are in the game or you shoot people yourself. You still gonna want the person who shot you to go to jail. That's just that. But why would some women be programmed to think that let that shit go? That's crazy. But I don't want to talk about that no more because I'm probably going to have to make a video for YouTube. So, but what I do want to do, I do want to sit here and watch Tamar Braxton's Get Your Life. I'm so behind. Oh, no. Oh, season 2. Okay, that's what we're on.
The cycle for like the past maybe 6-7 years. I lost my family. Every girlfriend that I had. It's time to give myself a shot. It's not going to be easy because
okay, so I'm doing a recap. I'm on episode 2. Tamar Braxton, Get Your Life.
Is not shutting us out. So I'm doing this dream assignment to reach my highest potential. The dream work connects you to your unconscious.
I'm gonna try not to be so mean. I'm not mean to her because I know she's going through a lot, but
I will figure out what it means. I found out about the dream work because I read this article that Bradley Cooper did, and he was talking about
Tamar is so beautiful.
Dream. I believe Gaga did it too. I mean, this won 2 Oscars that night. I told him starting this dream assignment.
It's hard for me to watch this show because of David, honestly.
I really don't know who Goldie is or how she does what she does.
Oh God!
I can't sing in front of people.
So now he has to know who Goldie is.
Which is crazy. I'm like this.
She can't sing in front of people in the studio.
I can't talk. I can't sing. I can't call my sisters to help me with my show.
Okay, come on, start. I watched. Even this show is so long to me. I don't even watch like long programs, like TV shows, like reality TV shows like this anymore.
Michael, I think it's time for a little break from the cameras.
You think she's having one of these?
Yes.
Tamar Braxton, Get Your Life. All right, so it started. It's an hour. I'm never gonna be for this cake though on makeup. People are doing. This is a lot of people like drag queenish type of makeup.
So we're gonna do this in the living room.
So it's opening up with Tamar.
There he is. Let me say hi to Miss Mona.
And Mona is meeting, so they're gonna have a sit down. So this is how episode 2 starts.
How are you feeling about all this? I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. Let me tell you, Vincent. Yes. Sit this out right here. You want to go in your room and play? Want to have a conversation with Miss
Yeah, their son Logan does look exactly like Vincent. Like that is, it's scary.
So, what
Oh,
did I miss?
that's why you gotta make sure you got a cute baby daddy, real cute baby daddy.
Watching the scene where you had the breakthrough.
My dream was a powerful moment.
So they're talking about the dream.
I needed to have.
Because I feel like once it clicks with Goldie,
I had an interpretation of her dreams, so I'm excited to hear what she thought about her dream.
Yeah.
Right? The minute those juices, the creativity starts to flow, I want to have everything around you ready to capture it.
Boom, shakalaka. I bet you
Shakalaka.
magic happens. So,
Let me get this tour.
you want the tour?
Absolutely.
So now they're touring her
One side,
home.
my other side is locked up because it's my shoes and bags, and I will not.
And this is where I play.
Shoes in bed. Look at her closet.
Come on, let's go.
This is gorgeous.
It is beautiful.
He decorated home.
It's beautiful. She has very great style, very great taste. I like it.
And I know it's still early days, but
You know what that came from? It's a funny story. I got this Monopoly game because that's how the Braxton started. Tony lost at Monopoly. She didn't want to do the show. So she lost at Monopoly, and so she bought this for me for Christmas like 2 years ago.
she lost at Monopoly, so she had to do the show.
Wow.
Take that very seriously.
And how's everything going with David?
So funny. Because of Monopoly, that Tony agreed to do the show because she lost a bet with them. Monopoly goes down in my family, okay? Like, we could play that game for hours. Like, one game in Monopoly, because, you know, we have our own little separate rules that we have that we've incorporated. It could be like a 4-hour situation, like for real. I had a cousin one time. He came and he brought his own Monopoly money from his house. Can you believe that? Who the hell does that? Who the hell brings their own Monopoly money to a game? Oh, y'all know I caught his ass. I caught his ass for real. I caught his ass. Like, I caught his ass. He was, so he was sitting next to me, and then he had this coat on. And I'm like, why the hell is this nigga keeping his coat on? It wasn't a thick coat, but it was still noticeable, right? So I would just notice that I was actually winning, or my brother was winning, right? So I was like, how the hell does he keep coming up with money, right? Because we're going around and we getting him. I'm getting him. My brother's getting him. And my cousin is, you know, he's taking his hand and he got the Monopoly in his sleeve right here in the coat pocket. So as we're playing, he's pulling out he's moving around. So as we're playing, he's pulling out the Monopoly and just and keeping it moving. Yo, we check him every time he come over now. Like, nah, nigga. Nah, you will bring your own money. So we make sure that, you know, before we play, that we check him and make sure that he doesn't have any fake money on him whatsoever. But that's a cute story with Monopoly. But yeah, it goes down with Monopoly with us, like, for real. All right, so let's keep going.
That's well.
Yeah? What does that mean?
I mean, I think I want somebody to ask me a question. At least ask a question.
So you're ready for the question?
I'm ready to, to have that kind of commitment in the future.
I don't know why I'm surprised to hear that. Why am I surprised to hear that?
Really?
Yeah.
That just kind of solidifies everything.
When you get engaged, it could happen tomorrow.
That is so
And after you
weird.
get engaged, it could happen a year later. But the point
18
is,
months in,
that
she's
means you're ready.
already talking about getting engaged.
Tamar, you just trying to get engaged to be engaged?
And Mona called her out, like,
Doesn't that sound better?
So if he just said, let's just get married.
No.
So you're ready to be engaged, but not ready to be married.
Right.
that's
You just don't want
weird.
to be a girlfriend, but you don't necessarily want to be a wife. Oh,
Mona.
Come on, I don't want to get married right now, because if I get married right now, I just become David's wife. And I'm back to square one all over again. This is the first time where I have to totally, utterly depend on me for everything.
I know.
You know, it's a lot of pressure, but it's good pressure. You know, because I know I have to get the job done.
right.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you so much, Mama.
Yeah. I had a great talk with Vince the other day, too. The way he reacts and the way he talks about you, it's, always refreshing.
We respect each other as
I'm so happy to hear
Logan's dad
Tamar
and Logan's mom
and
and the
Vincent
16
are
years
like
we have together.
respecting each other and
And that's
co-parenting.
that.
I'm actually rooting for them. I'm low-key rooting for them. And I don't know what happened, but,
I can
things
imagine
change,
being
people
Vince,
change. And I
having
really
another
believe in
man,
Vince,
and
actually.
your
So,
child's in
you know,
space.
you got to give
That would be a
somebody
lot
a
for me.
chance.
If
And maybe
I
they
wasn't
needed
with
to go through a whole
anybody
divorce.
and there was another woman who was filling my shoes when I'm not
Oh,
there,
I missed the part.
and the chop.
Oh, I missed the part. Vince, were you cheating on Tamar? Well, yeah, some things did come out. Okay, we go up there. Let me see.
And that's that.
He and David.
Yeah, me too. I was going for Brandy from the jump, too.
I can imagine being Vince, having another man, and your child's in space. That would be a lot for me. If I wasn't with anybody and there was another woman who was filling my shoes when I'm not there,
Okay.
and the child is crazy about her,
That's a lot.
that's a lot to tolerate. Like,
Okay, so I thought she was trying to say. I thought she was trying to say that Vince cheated on her, but she was just describing that, her and Vince's relationship and David with Logan. I'm sorry. I know it says, it may say for Periscope, it says the wrong title, that it's Let's Talk About Brandy versus Monica. But I'm actually watching Tamar Braxton's Get Your Life. I just didn't change it before I, published the video. So my bad. I do apologize about that. But yeah, so I'm watching Tamar Braxton's Get Your Life, and she's just describing her relation. I'm good. How are you? And so she's describing how her relationship with Vince and David, and how her son loves David. So, I mean, like I said, the show's hard for me to watch because I don't like David because he's disgusting. But, I'm going to watch it because, because it's what people are talking about. So let's go ahead.
I'm going to make David happy, or I'm going to make Vince happy. Mm-hmm. I can't do that. I struggle with that. You know what I mean? I just have to make sure that whatever battle they have is between them, please leave me and Logan out of it. Because I'm not arguing about that.
Got it.
Not.
Deontay 82, where are you at? Not feeling comfortable in the studio, Tamar has invited Jay White to work in her home. This is the last day. This is so crazy to me. So if you haven't been watching Tamar Get Your Life, then you know that Tamar says that she can't. Tamar has a hard time performing in the studio around people. And then she also can't sing around people. And then she has a hard time performing the stuff that she comes up with around. It's like really weird. So, I mean, but this is someone, she was never in charge of her career. So this is really hard for her. This is the first. So she's working with people, not Vince.
Mm-hmm. My thing is, I want her to sing today. That's my mission. I actually want to do this something for hours. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I look like my mama. No.
Is he the dreadhead chef? Who is the dreadhead chef? Oh, so you're in North Carolina. Who's the dreadhead chef? I don't know any dreadhead chefs.
They ain't ready for me. They don't give a damn about me.
Is that a Y or Y? Like, what is YBY?
Music and they vibe and they connected with.
Are you asking why I asked you where you're at? I just want to know. I'm in Boston, so I wanted to know if maybe you were somebody. I didn't recognize the name, so I thought maybe somebody I might know.
The big one in the back?
No, not that one.
This one.
Okay, Tamar, why are you not in the studio, the homemade studio that this man is putting together for you?
This place is set up for her to start singing, and it pretty much goes into avoidance tactics, or just to cook.
Goalie is calling her out.
Talk about other things and avoid.
She made that cheese sauce like a good black woman. Cheese sauce for your mac and cheese, white people. Cheese sauce, you gotta, make you.
Where's Logan?
He on his way. He called me. He was yelling at Vince because he was upset because he didn't want to stop and get a haircut.
Oh, I talked to Vince.
You did? See, just the age drops Logan. I'll fix him up and take him to school.
Oh, so he's coming?
What does YB? Oh, what about you? Okay. Oh yeah, I'm from Boston.
Have a good night.
She got her pressure cooker like me. What is that?
Listen,
the Insta?
I'm really trying to scope my relationship after white people because they do it right.
Tamar says he's trying to scope her relationship after white people.
And our kids have to choose between which parent we're gonna be with. I don't put that pressure on my kid. That's not fair. He's a good kid. He deserves both of us.
That is so true. Like, but I mean, there's always bad stories, but white people do kind of know how to co-parent a little better. You know what I mean? But that is so funny. She's like, I am not following what I've seen growing up between my parents and how they can barely be in a room with each other. They can barely be in the room with each other. So what I'm not going to do... Oh, what did I mess up? So what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to parent like my parents. Sometimes you got to get real with yourself. Like, you love your parents, but that right there, I don't think I'm going to take that with me on my journey. Parenting, I don't think I'm going to do that at all. So, yeah, that's dope. All right, so let's get back into the show.
So he can always be in a good space. See, look what therapy does.
Breaking the cycle.
Breaking the cycle. That is most definitely what therapy does. Therapy's good.
Gotta come to Tay-Tay. place, honey.
It smells good up in here. It smells like my grandma's house. This is like all country buffet right here.
Well, let's play. Make whatever you want.
Let me taste this thing right here.
See, I didn't want to eat too much because I didn't want to go to bed on y'all. Come on, let's eat it.
Now, is she supposed to be in the studio? And she done up there then fried some either fish, got macaroni and cheese going, doing everything to avoid the studio.
Who's that guy?
Bitch, you're not allowed to hear my music. Goodbye. See you later. Don't you got a flight? Don't you got a flight?
Okay. At this point in the filming, Tamar ex-husband Ben Turbot showed up at the house and dropped off their son Logan. Ooh, this is good. Tamar's boyfriend David has refused to participate in the series if Vince appears on the show. For that reason, Vince's appearance is omitted.
I prefer that.
I'm so fucking disgusted by David that it's like it's repulsive. It's repulsive. This shit is repulsive. This shit is repulsive. Thank you about the nails. This shit is repulsive. Are you serious right now? This shit is repulsive. So, this woman's ex-husband who drops off her son cannot come to the house, and the boyfriend, just the boyfriend, not the fiance of 3 or 4 years, just the boyfriend of 18 months, doesn't want your ex-husband to come into the room, to come into the house when he's dropping off your son. But on top of that, he also doesn't want him to appear on the reality TV show that has your name on it. And if he does, he won't appear. What type of controlling ass shit is that? Tamar, I think you need at least, I'm going to say about 3 or 4 years of single. Just single, but dating, having fun. Nobody needs to meet Logan. Logan is past being in the bed with you. Like, this is just unacceptable. This is unacceptable. Like, this is unacceptable at this age, honey. Like, I'm so like, ugh.
My girl's ex didn't walk into my home without asking my permission. That's respect. It's basic respect.
So, which house is this?
Tamar's house. Oh, it's my house. I live there. I have my clothes there. Tamar and I kind of share. Her house is my house. She spends 4 days in my house. I spend 3 days in her house. We have 2 homes. We share.
I don't care how much we dating.
Baby daddy, have a good night. I need 3 minutes, guys, okay?
Hold on, you're not gonna leave, right?
This is disgusting. This is disgusting. Tamar's house is my house. I'm American. That's probably why I'm single. I don't know.
Did you know that? I don't mind Vince coming around at all. What I don't like is when he walks into my home and I don't know he's there. What man would be comfortable with that?
This man is so insecure. And then he's doing funny shit like leaving because when he doesn't get his way. So ultimately making her feel like the relationship is in danger if she doesn't do what he says. Oh my God, I hate these niggas. I hate these type of niggas. I hate these type of niggas. Like, for real. Oh, this is hard to watch for me. I promise you, this is so hard. This is excruciating. This is excruciating. Because this man is so toxic and disgusting. This is crazy. Like I'm like, how many minutes in am I in? Like I'm not even that far into the show. Like I'm 12 minutes and 57 seconds in. Those 3 seconds count. And I'm already like, ugh. And this is why I never could date an African, yo. For real. I know all Africans ain't the same. I don't want to say that, but I'm just saying. There's a lot like this. I'm just saying. Huh. My house, our house. 18 months? 18 months? I said this on a video I made for YouTube. Like after, like I couldn't imagine just like I couldn't imagine giving up all this of yourself within 18 months. This is a lot to give up to someone in 18 months. This is a lot after getting out of an abusive relationship. Like what? Like I don't know. This is tough. But okay, let's go. Jay White, the producer's at her house. She needs 3 minutes to pet Logan down because he just came from his father's.
You know, she's scared today, and she hasn't been in the studio without her ex-husband. And so hopefully there's no interruptions, there's no distractions. Because if we're in the noise of the blah blah blah, the instrument cannot fully express itself.
All right, Logan, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just gonna be living, okay?
Yeah, Elijah.
Okay, here I am. I'm present.
I'm just saying, I don't care about the words right now. Let's get the words out and let's get it going.
I don't want to sing in front of everybody in here. This is not your time to get followed. No, it's not.
Then we get distracted. We have distractions.
Everybody's staring at me.
Okay, so.
Okay.
Love, bro.
Jay, why you kicking people out the house? I ain't saying
No,
that.
nobody's not leave. She want to record by herself.
This is really hot.
Oh, she would annoy me
It's all about
to work with.
Bella.
She would annoy me to work, and it's so funny.
Yo, I got some chitlins in the freezer. Chitlins in the freezer.
She is singing about chitlins.
I'm gonna eat them with the white cowboy from down south. He's gonna eat the pig feet and sauerkraut.
Pig feet and sauerkraut. My folk from down south too. We ain't doing no pig feet and sauerkraut. I hope she can sing though.
Man.
So,
And if you're watching me, you think I'm just gonna sit up here and kumbaya and not say something or say some slick shit? Okay, she gotta have the lights down. She gotta do all of this to sing. I can't. It's hard to say something about this, is because I know how it is when you're just like a creative person and you need a lot of your space. But damn, this is just a lot.
Alright, let's go.
Even goalies are new.
She amazing. Let's go, tight.
Let's go, tight.
ain't talk to my friend and she my love to ain't talk to my friend. Ain't talk to my friend and been pushing my love to beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Yay!
What time is it? Can you give me 2 minutes? Can I pray with my baby real fast?
Please.
2 minutes.
And the other thing about the David not wanting Vince to be on Tamar's new show, it just seems like he don't want to share the spotlight. The finance guy seemed like he don't want to share the spotlight with Vincent. That's what it seems like. How you gonna say he don't want, like, I don't know. This is a lot to give up. Like, to give this amount of control up to somebody, I just couldn't imagine. I couldn't, like, this soon. And then you're like, oh, we're not ready to get married, but we're ready to be engaged. And Mona's like, well, if you're ready to be married, if you're ready to be engaged, you should be ready to be married. Like, it doesn't work like that. Like, it doesn't work like, oh, let's get engaged. And even though we're not ready, we're going to date throughout and, you know, until we're ready to get married. Like, it just does not work like that. Like, you literally take someone as, like, your fiance because you actually see it at the time that you could spend your life with them. Like, what? Okay, wait.
It is. It's live.
You just want me to have fun and record me?
Logan, Vince Herbert.
Yeah.
Please tell me about your day, please.
Oh, he has his dad's first middle name.
No, you cannot open that in this car. Ain't nobody nothing.
Oh, that's really funny.
Look, I actually had to open it in this car, Lord.
Did you see who that loud that fart was?
Oh my God, he got his lips. You know, Vince lip.
That's such a nasty game. No, tell me what you did today.
You know, Vince's lip.
I can't believe that's what you want to talk about. Instead of telling me about it.
I made this noise, buddy. It's so much fun.
This sounds disgusting.
Got my favorite chips.
Hello. Good to meet you. I know, excuse me. Sorry. It's been a day.
Tamar's meeting with the choreographer and creative director Cassandra to help her reinvent her live show.
I have a concert in Cuban, and it's a different kind of concert. So it's more like a unplugged type, very intimate, you know. And so I just have to put together a new show.
Another show.
Yeah.
I will say I don't like the all
I'm so excited to hear.
the whole head
Acting like it when I am. I'm jumping up and down in the air.
kind of
I am too. I've been like,
loose
okay,
finger wave
together,
thing. I don't like her whole head
I'm ready
like
to
that.
rock. I've been playing all your music. I'm like, okay, what kind of show are we gonna put together?
I have a general set list
Okay.
without the new songs because they're not recorded yet.
I think the first thing that we should also focus on is getting dancers.
Agreed. Yeah.
So it's like stuff like that, and like your dancer at the Star Set. So you don't know what date you want the show to be yet.
I do know sometime in December.
Okay.
I know Tamar's doing that thing I don't like when people do it. Like if I'm talking to you,
So it's
Okay.
gonna be a hard thing.
I understand having to return a phone call, you know, a
Something
text
you like to
message.
perform, my man.
I do.
But throughout the whole conversation, if you're on your phone and we're actually talking, I'm gonna have a problem with that.
This is like the main monitor, right?
Okay.
See, for me, I'm thinking just me on stage with a spotlight, but then I see like around me. I want somebody throwing boxes all over the thing. I don't know.
Okay.
And I don't know how to make that apparent, especially doing a live show.
Also, depending on I don't know what. Again, once we figure out the magnitude of it, like video streams, that's an easy one to do.
Yeah, see, that's gonna stop my creativity. If I'm talking to you and the whole time I'm talking to you, you're on your phone, and I'm really trying to get out a good idea. I'm trying to brainstorm the truth. That's not gonna work for me.
Drive some of these points home as well.
Yeah.
With all that stuff too. I can tell something's going on with Tamar right now. She's very distracted. She's in her phone. She's texting.
Okay.
No thing.
You ain't got to go. Like I go take care of something.
And all of a sudden, she just gets up and leaves. So I'm in shock.
I'll be right back.
Hey, Tony, can you follow to see where she's going? Copy.
Hold on, I need 2 minutes. I have to talk to David also. Oh, where's David? Hey, hold. Wait.
Hey, David came home and he's downstairs.
Copy that.
Oh God! So David is coming home and he.
Obviously, cameras are following her, but by the time they get down there, she's already in her bedroom with the door locked.
Acting like a diva.
Tamar's in there with David. I'm not really sure what's going on in the bedroom, and I can't hear anything.
I don't mind Vince coming around at all. What I don't like is when he walks into my home and
This is ridiculous. This is so.
That's how I found out. You know, Patty came in the house and he gave me put me to bed, and I'm like, okay. And I brought it up to Tamar. She, got heated. It was not good. It was
The fact that I feel like I want to commit violence against this man, like I want to punch this nigga. Like his insecurity makes me want to punch him. And he's like literally packing while she's like has all of this going on, making it about him. It's like if you were going to leave and you thought you were going to leave her because of that situation.
I dreamt that maybe he was.
All right, so that's leading up to next, whatever. But like, even if you were mad about the situation, right, and you weren't gonna come home and have a conversation, you were just gonna come home and pack your stuff and just leave while you knew all those people were there. That don't make no sense. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. You knew all those people were there, so you didn't even want to try to wait till maybe they left and they weren't filming there anymore. Like, you weren't going to try to do any of that. Because you wanted to make a scene. You want David get your life. Whatever the hell your name is. You want your own shit. Mm-mm. You want your own shit, David, because that's the only thing I can think of. You want to make a scene. Like, I can't even believe a grown-ass man is behaving like this. I'd be so embarrassed for my tea, like my real tea, like my real truth. Not so, but I'd be so embarrassed that I wouldn't even want to even do that in front of the cameras. Why would you want to do that in front of the cameras? Why would you want to do that in front of the cameras? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. Oh, okay, that much better. That doesn't make sense, but what a ball. Hurry up and get back on. Alright, so it's back. Let's go. Taylor has not heard from David since he stormed out of the house last night. She is headed out to blow off some steam. Oh.
I'm upset because me and Mr. Wonderful ain't doing wonderful.
Me and Mr. Wonderful ain't doing wonderful. Y'all ain't been doing wonderful. It's never been wonderful. She is surrounded by her gay boys. I'm not gonna say they all gay, so I'm not gonna say that, but she's surrounded by her boys. Tamar has received public criticisms about her comments she made on social media. This is the reason she posted live. She is.
Well, all the comments been asked about it.
Ask about what? I can't see y'all.
Oh, she said, yeah, this is the truth. Ladies, these really niggas really do be gay. She said niggas really, these dudes really be gay.
You know, LGBT, I'm not talking about nobody. Look around me. What I am saying is something is wrong, right? Dudes ain't touching on you or nothing like that. Either he's sick, he can't move up, he got somebody, or he don't want no kid yet. Yeah. Okay, we at the gym now, so we gotta go.
I think Tamar was talking about David, but I don't think she was talking about David in the sense of like David sleeps with men or any of that. I think she's talking about, she used the word gay, like we sometimes be like, oh, that's mad gay. Like, but we're not necessarily talking shit about gay people, but it's just something that we do. It's like an unlearned thing that people are trying not to do. But I know for sure that people used to be like, oh, that's mad gay. So I think when he did that and he reacted the way he did and ran out, and I think that she was just basically trying to say, yo, dude, you acting mad gay. Like, that's weird. That response and how you handle it, because as y'all heard me say, I kept on saying, oh, that shit was weird. So maybe it's cycling class. I've always wanted to get into something like this, but you know the way this natural hair is set up, sweating ain't it. I think of sweat and my hair just, it's over. David Tex came out for the first time since he walked out after their fight. He requested to meet her for dinner later that night. All dramatic. Like, you, as a nigga, and if you my nigga, don't be dramatic. Don't be, let me be dramatic. I need to be the dramatic one. Because I don't understand, like, I want a little bit dramatic because I like to see a rise in a nigga a little bit. I like to see a little rise in him a little bit, but not too dramatic. We're just like behavior, outburst, and crazy. There's nothing attractive about this man.
So you been, man?
How you been?
I've been hanging.
have that fight in me. You know what I'm saying? Fight for it. Because that nigga would have ran out and I would have been like,
You do.
as long as I got rent, I think I'm good.
How you meet somebody that goes for a day?
24 hours.
That's a long time.
The only person we never talk.
I don't know, this person shouldn't be talking for 24 hours.
I agree.
I think that's like the kids.
Yes.
You know, you grown, you address the issue, you keep it moving.
You address the issue.
Don't be like, I ain't talking.
If we're going to be in a relationship, most definitely. I totally agree with Tamar. If there's an issue, if we're going to be in a relationship, address the fucking issue. And don't be like a child and keep it in, or don't have that, or operate like, oh, that person knows what they did. They know. I don't be fucking knowing. I'm that person. Like, I'm not going to make any assumptions, and I do that purposely because I feel like it stresses you out when you're sitting back trying to think of what's wrong with somebody when you're just like, well, as an adult, it's your responsibility to communicate that to me, right? So I'm not sitting back wondering about what's going on in your head. I totally agree with her on that. Like, yeah, as an adult. The other thing I wanted to say, when it comes to relationships and how long, I'm your girlfriend, you my man, a day should be the only thing. One day should be the only thing, I think, only amount of time that I think you should go without speaking to each other, unless there's different circumstances where, I don't know, maybe you're dating somebody who's, deployed, or somebody who works, in law enforcement, something like that. That's why you're not hearing from that person. But if we're in a relationship, there just should be no reason I should not hear from you more than a day. I mean, even in that day, I'm expecting a text message or something to check up on me or tell me, hey, babe, I know we didn't get to talk or something. I'm expecting something. But just, after a day and I don't hear from you the next day, I'm a single woman and you're a single man. Like, what we won't do is have me sit around trying to figure out what's going on. Because, again, the onus is on the person who has a problem to address that shit. All right, let's get back.
I think that's immature.
I gotta take some time to think things through. I'll tell you what. I have no problem with this. But how do you show up in a man's house when he's gone? I heard he's been coming to the house more than once.
Yeah, but
Did you know that?
coming to the house.
That the people walk into the house more than once. Why did you do something about it?
Because they're hanging now. I think because they're dropping off loaded.
Okay, so he walks into my house, walks into the bedroom.
You know what I think happened?
And,
I think Tamar did that, continues to do that thing that, some girls do, some women do. And, I was a young girl once. So I think Tamar did that thing that, women sometimes do. I just want somebody to come in and what's mine is ours, and we just come together and we build, and and I don't keep no secrets from you, and every part of my life is open to you, and I just want you to come in and love me, and we just be in this relationship. That's what it feels like that is going on, and that's what Tamar does, because him acting like it's his house too. He's mad about Vince coming to the house, and Tamar's not even at the house sometimes when Vince is coming. Like, that type of insecurity, like, I want you to do something. I can't talk to and date an African man because their tones be a little off for me. You hear that tone? I want you to do something. I don't know how to react. I'm really bad. I'm working on it. But you have a fucked up tone. Well, you make me you make me tap into my ancestors and think of, like I'm some slave or some shit. You talking to me crazy. I don't know. I just can't take it. So you gotta watch how you talk to me. I'm serious about that shit. I watch how I talk to people.
Because it happened before. It was the second time it happened. Or the third time. I don't even know how many times it's happened. I told you the first time. I don't want Vince walking through my house again. About a year ago, I was on a trip with Tamar, only to learn for 4 days Vince had moved into my home. I was staying there with Logan. or not would be comfortable with that. That's why I walked out. That's why I stormed out.
I just didn't really understand why you got upset with me, as if like this is something I condone or something. Like
So
I'm
insecure.
deliberately trying to disrespect you. Like you have to understand my position is already hard.
And she's sitting here acting like she's defending herself.
Everybody happy. It's impossible.
I'm not gonna call Vince and say, Vince, don't come into my house. You have to set the boundaries.
I can't do it. I can't be the man for you and Ben. I can't police that for y'all. I don't even want to get involved in that. Period.
This nigga is so
We think
disgusting.
very different in some ways.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those ways.
God help me.
I'm not sure what you want.
Everything you don't understand is not the devil. But first,
Ex-
you need this. You want it?
Everything you don't understand is not the devil. She most definitely said a word in that one, because that's most definitely the truth. Because all that means is, honestly, it's like people who used to think the world was flat, and they would think the world was flat, and they would still think this after it was proven that it was not flat. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes, and it's like, okay, everything that you think that you don't know about is not the devil. Oh, okay. So, right. So the thought was, oh, if you keep on going that way, you're going to fall off. You're going to go to hell. It's like, it's tied to a negative thought, right? And so with people, and a lot of Christians and a lot of religious people, if it's something that they can't understand, if it's something that they don't recognize, they'll automatically turn around and be like, oh, that ain't nothing but the devil, because they don't understand it. And they do a lot of that when it comes to things that science explains, but they don't be knowing that. So when they don't have to choose to know that, there was that ain't nothing but the devil. I don't believe in that. That's all that is. So let me see if they'll let me. I can fast forward. Yeah. That's what's up. You know how sometimes when you watch Xfinity, you watch on demand, they don't let you. Oh, but this one does.
Don't you hear it? It's the lead. All right, Leon, it's a wrap.
Sir, the president is on line 1.
This is Jim Comey. Would you like to come over for dinner tonight? Just the two of us? Nobody gets treated as unfairly as I did. I need loyalty. I have
Oh my God, who is this Donald Trump lookalike?
What we do and don't need to know.
This, they are spot on.
He thinks staying right will save him. It won't.
Comey rule. Damn, they so fast with it. They already got a Comey on the 27th. Is that today?
You're gonna try and make us go back to school. You really want to go
Is
back
that
to
today?
slavery? No, get out my house.
That is tomorrow. So the Comey special comes on tomorrow. I don't know if I'm gonna watch that, because all of this shit that we've thrown and found out about this man, nothing is working to get this man out of office. At the end of the day, people need to get out and vote this November. I have a video that I want to make, and it's actually some articles that I found about the fact that as Black people, we need to tell Spanish people that they need to get out there and vote. And that's just that. I mean, we always talk about, oh, get out and vote, but the numbers say that Spanish people don't get out and vote. And when the ones that do vote, there's a large, we make the assumption that Spanish people vote like minorities, like Black minorities do, and a lot of times they don't. Florida, a state that we really need, a state that we really need to win, has a very large Republican base, a Spanish Republican base. So, you know, if they don't turn out, if they don't see that we're all in this together, it's going to be a problem. We need to win Florida. Like, there's just no way of getting around it. Like, if he does not win Florida, then there's a chance he doesn't win the entire election. So that's how important it is for us to win Florida. And that's not because, you know, a lot of times what I am going to say in the video is the assimilation of what comes to people. People think they assimilate to the point that they're no longer black, right? And what black people go through doesn't affect them. And a lot of times Spanish people in Florida, especially there's a big Cuban community and there's a big Puerto Rican community there. And, you know, the article I was reading, you know, it was Spanish Republicans for Trump. That's a thing. They don't necessarily feel like they go through the same thing we do. Now, I don't know how they don't feel that way because we all know when that hurricane hit Puerto Rico, Trump's response was ignorant as fuck. Like, he didn't treat those people. And there are people. Puerto Rico is a part of the United States, but he didn't treat them people well. Same with the travel ban. You have a lot of Muslim Americans who've obtained wealth and thinks they're not a minority, who don't think they're black. Okay, that's fine. You're not black, but don't think they're on the same level as us. They tend to think that because their access to money is going to, you know, they're going to be able to live in America and not experience the Karens and not experience police officers being racist, and that's just not the case. So when he did the travel ban, that was a clear indication that, you know, this man does not care. He does not discriminate. You know, he puts children in cages. You get what I'm saying? So more of David.
What's been going on?
So Go is doing well. You know, like the dreams are pretty interesting. You think you know the dream?
I got African one. Like a real African one.
Mandingo, hallelujah.
Certain things
Mandingo, hallelujah.
men don't tolerate. There's all the types of energy in the world. Some are very powerful. I'm not sure what dream work is.
Everything you don't understand is not the devil.
Okay.
Like, that's the church folks' problem.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you don't understand is not witchcraft. It's just
everything ain't witchcraft.
Different things in our universe that we don't understand. Not all of them is bad, but they still come from a source.
Yeah, but what is the source? What you think is King Johnson? Like, what are you talking about?
I always take anything that is spiritual guidance from the Bible. I gotta ask myself, where's the source of the power? And that's the confusion for me.
This is not witchcraft.
Throw the Bible away. Throw the Bible. Throw the entire Bible away.
Believing that you have the answers and manifesting them.
If she can make you do that, that's a special woman.
I want to hear what she explained it as again. Because all I thought it was just working through your dreams and your subconscious and your thought process. Why does that have to be the devil's work? That's just so fucking crazy.
I always take anything that is spiritual guidance from the Bible. I gotta ask myself, where's the source of the power? And that's the confusion for me.
This is not witchcraft. This is not that. This is writing a note to yourself, believing that you have the answers, and manifesting them.
If she can make you do that.
How much longer?
That's a special woman.
Okay, we have 15 minutes left. Because I can't take him.
It still doesn't mean that. I'll do it. I won't do it if I don't believe it's what I believe. So God.
I'm like Tamar, I'm confused.
Like that's a bunch of questions.
Yes. But first, you meet with Vince. So no baby daddy drama.
No baby daddy drama. Actually, we're in a pretty good place. So Vince and I can actually, chat.
This trick is not told. Here. Put something in your
We're in a good place, but your man can't walk into your home because you got insecurities up your ass. What type of good place are you in? And then now Tamar got to put it off, and now they got it. Tamar has called Goalie over to discuss the intense stream from the night before.
All right, girls, we got to talk about this dream stuff, girl. It's their life.
I know. Where do you want to?
You know, right here on this couch.
It's nice to meet Tamar again. To carry on doing this work, there has to be a deep commitment. And she seems really hungry to do another dream assignment.
Okay, let's talk about this dream, Sharon.
Okay. So,
okay, Golly, I don't know what this means. Okay, so we were not in this house, but at another house that was David's.
Okay,
right?
another house that was David's.
I think my sister Trina was on. Yeah. So Trina is.
I feel like I don't dream, so I don't know. I never feel like I know.
I'm the baby, and then it's Trina. She's okay. And you get along? Yeah. So you were happy. She's okay. So it was family coming to town, almost as if we have a party, which is crazy. David and his niece, they were like sitting in front of the fireplace. And I remember feeling insecure.
Okay.
Again. Oh, I dreamt of two girls, right? So one of the girls' names is Angela or Ursula. I dreamt that maybe he was seeing somebody, I'm not sure. And then the niece that was sitting with him at the fireplace was like, why don't you just tell her? Like,
oh my gosh.
Why don't you just tell her? And it wasn't Ursula or Angela. You want to know what it was? Ellen.
She
Talk about the symbol of Ellen. What do you connect to her? She's
she
like
thought David
prototype for me. Because there's a lot of pain around that, and then boom, here's your man dating another talk show host. So she's the symbol of pretty much one of the best talk show hosts around, and he's with her. And the niece knows it. What's that mean? Family secrets.
deceitful, yeah.
And is that how the dream ends?
Woo! Listen, I got a word.
Must not ask.
Listen. This goalie's the one. This goalie's the one. But because listen, so y'all remember the shit that just broke down with Tamar in this accident, right? And I'm sorry, her and David get into a fight, and the first thing he did was call his mama. And remember he said in his little PSA, Joe Budden inspired PSA he did, and he was just like, what did he say? He's like, I'm a 50-year-old man, and I had to call my mother. There's no coincidence that family, because that was weird too. You know what I mean? You feel endangered and you just got attacked and you calling your mother. But okay, she's in California and she's and your mother's in Nigeria. But okay, if that makes sense to you, and I don't know if she's in Nigeria, but it goes well for what I want to say right now. Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
It's about Ursula and Angeles. For real, for real. Right there. Same thing, homegirl in the dream. It's like, so who's Angel? You know what, Ursula? Are you downstairs? Okay. Can you go get my baby? You got the key? Let the door. Thank you. Okay. It's interesting that there was an Ursula, but still in the dream there was a betrayal again.
Betrayal.
You feel betrayed. You have a severe post-traumatic stress with betrayal. And it repeats and it repeats and it's repeating in the dreams. Your paranoia in the dream is that my man's cheating on me with Ursula or Angela, right? But
so that was really deep and complex that, you know, when you talk about PTSD and different types of PTSD, everyone, when people started first talking about PTSD after the war, the most recent war, everybody started talking about it more. There was movies came out about it. I think there was that American Soldier movie that came out about the guy who ended up getting killed by someone who was suffering from PTSD. So everyone really thought, and I remember this, and it had to be around 2010, 2011. Everyone really thought that PTSD, and not the educated or the doctor community, but just the regular community thought it was just based with war, people who had went to war, and they were experiencing. People just tied it in with that. But now we're seeing that there's different types of PTSD, and Tamar's PTSD is kind of tied into betrayal, people betraying her, and so she's dreaming of that, and it's manifesting in her dreams, right? So you have Ellen DeGeneres, who represents the best talk show, like in her mind, you know, one of the best talk shows hosts. This is before all the shit came out about Ellen, but you know, before then, Ellen was thought to be the creme de la creme. Everybody, one of the longest running daytime talk shows on TV. So when you think of somebody, you're gonna think of Ellen, you're gonna think of a Wendy. And so for Tamar, she thinks about Ellen. And the reason that is significant, if you've been a Tamar fan, she was on The Real. And there's something that went down between her and Lonnie Love, where Lonnie Love is accused by a former friend, and Tamar believes that Lonnie Love sabotaged and set her up to be removed or to get fired from the show, right? Because it was started off that Tamar may have been the one who started this show, or it was supposed to be centered around her. So I think Tamar felt like that what's her name? Tamar felt that that Lonnie Love wanted to kick her off because she wanted to be the only black female, black ghetto or black hood female on the show. And there was a close friend of Lonnie Love who came out and said the same thing, and that Lonnie Love even told her that she even went behind, allegedly, that Lonnie Love told an ex-friend named Cookie that she did want Tamar gone, and that she did write a letter to get her gone. So, betrayal, basically, is what that is. In another dream, where she's dreaming of betrayal, and her PTSD is tied into betrayal. So, I said all that to say that there's different types of PTSD that people go through.
He was cheating on you. It's that there's a betrayal with the powers that be that are represented by the form of Ellen DeGeneres, is where the betrayal is. She's a symbol, though. And you had two family members in the dream. So you had your sister and you had a niece. Where are the allies? They're in both of your families, you and David's.
Girl, I'm about to run up out of here. Are you serious?
So that's the first message we have for today. You know how we did the Tyler Perry active imagination? I want to do some active imagination with Ellen and with Angela Ursula.
Where's my kisses? Kiss.
I genuinely really adored Logan, but every time we reach a little progress, there's some distraction or some external force interrupting the work.
Sorry, guys. Mommy job.
I'm hungry though.
Okay, what are you doing?
Can you cook me some
You want broccoli, baby?
This is what I will say. And I think some parents, and Tamar is still kind of, and I'm not a parent, and you can feel how the way you feel about it. But there is something to be said about trying to teach a child about respecting seeing you in a meeting and having manners and the ability to stop and wait for you to be done with what you're doing, right? Because again, these kids got to go to school, but also this give me what I want right now doesn't develop. And if you don't, I'm going to be angry. But also, it teaches a kid to, be patient. It's, I don't think it's a good thing to all the time cater to a kid. You ever seen a kid when you're talking to a parent and a kid come up and just start talking to the parent or just starts talking without saying, excuse me? That's how you correct that. No, you wait on me because you're the child. But, I'm talking some old school shit. You get what I'm saying? In these new school, y'all, your kids is your bestie and shit like that. My mini-me's and shit. But anyhow, let's get back.
What can we have? Broccoli. Broccoli and Jesus.
broccoli?
Jesus.
Always
We're doing such deep internal work, and it's pretty deep. It's nice to do the opposite, right?
Like what you talking
Like to do something like an action, the opposite of the internal work. So you and I do a lot of internal work, right? And then we go to the opposite, which is action. Remember I was telling you, like, you can do sound and movement, or we can do any kind of activity that gets everything out physically. Instead of imploding, explode. What do you think?
Like what you talking about?
Like maybe we could go to this place where you can break things. It's called like a break room. And people go there to let off some steam.
That's for angry people. I'm not mad at or about anything. Y'all want to be an angry black woman? I have to be an angry black woman.
It's very awkward.
Like you want me to break up and just act the donkey, stupid ass fool. That's what the hell y'all want me to do?
Basically, this dream work is very internal. It's not super visual. But what Goalie had told us is that there are visual aspects of it. There are things that people do to act out the dream so that the audience can really understand where Tamar's going on this journey. So I think the break room was just a huge miscommunication altogether.
That is not me doing my life. Look around. Look around.
No.
That's not my life.
Let me tell you what we need. Listen to me for a second. We just need something we can
Yeah, but
see.
stop trying to make every black girl crazy and angry. Every black woman is not angry. If anything, and gotta break up some. That's stupid.
Good job, Tamar. I would say that. Tamar did a good job with catching them on that. So, like, you trying to use my therapy. I'm cool, calm, collective. Yeah, I got my shit. Yeah, I got my mental health issues that I'm working on. But I'm not angry in it. I'm trying to just live my peaceful life. I'm trying to manage this baby daddy in this boyfriend situation. I'm trying to manage this baby daddy and boyfriend situation, and now y'all want me to be in the break room with a bat going crazy. Yeah, she made a great call, because at the end of the day, that's provoking. It's going to, anybody with a bat in a room breaking up shit is going to come across as angry. So yeah, she did a good job catching that. She did a real good job catching that. And that's why she's so upset. And that's probably towards the end why she was like, okay, I see what y'all trying to do. Y'all done got me on the Braxton family values. I'm looking like an upset bitch all the time. I'm angry. I'm falling out with everybody. Now I'm doing my own show, and you're trying to find a ways to still, project that image about me. Let's go ahead and fast forward. It's almost over 6 minutes.
Let's go get that right there. Can I have some of it? What was it? You listen to me?
6 more minutes.
You don't want to listen to me? You don't want to answer me?
Oh, what happened?
Nigga, you ignore me like that? Nigga. All right, I'm going to eat it in there.